All right. Hi, my name is Aaron,
And I'm Christian.
and this is Brain 10, episode 19. We do 10 tech products and services today, and it's going to be an exciting show. I'm excited about one tech product in particular that I'm going to buy now.
Yeah. I'm on the road, so I'm sitting in my car right now. Woo. I'm not really on the road. It was just a little bit miscommunication. I'm at the library, so they don't have any private rooms, so I could, just speak freely. So I'm in the car right now doing this blab, so bear with me if you hear someone honking or something. I'm not driving though. I'm parked.
Nice. No text on board.
Right.
All right, let's get into this.
Okay, so number one, my turn. It's going to be InnoGrow. INNOGRO. The website is getinnogrow.com. It's basically a smart enabled ecosystem that you put on top of your aquarium, and it's self-sustaining, so there's very little you have to do, and you use your smartphone. It connects with your smartphone, so you can check water levels and a whole bunch of other stuff, which I don't really know what else you can check besides water levels and all that stuff. But basically, they're launching on Kickstarter in this March, and I think the coolest part is that it's self-sustaining. So you can have basil and oregano, and I don't know if you can have some tomatoes in there too. That would be cool. But you don't have to feed anything. The plants feed on the waste of the fish.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, it sounds kind of gross at first, but then it's that's pretty cool.
Wow. Do they have an idea of hey, this is going to be our price point for Kickstarter?
I didn't see that now.
Or what they want to sell?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Because I would love to put that in the apartment, especially
right. People who live in apartments, and maybe people don't have balconies or anything like that. You get your aquarium, and you can grow some basil, oregano, some basic herbs. That would be really, really cool. But yeah, we'll be keeping an eye on that. And again, they're launching on Kickstarter in March, and Aaron put the website down there. Yeah.
Yes. Cool. All right, moving on to number 2, Low-Key. It is a location sharing keyboard. So what's cool about this is, or let me step back a second and say that you can share your location on Google Maps and you can send the pin. But what this does is it sends a URL and it sends that to that person. And you can say hey, I'll show them my location for 30 minutes, 60 minutes, etc. I don't know how far it goes up. But basically, if you're telling, I was telling Christian, hey, Christian, I'm coming to, the library. And he's like, well, how far away are you? And I was like, oh, don't worry. I'll send you the URL. And anytime he goes into that message and clicks on the URL, he can see, live tracking. Aaron's actually about 2 blocks away. So I should probably go find a room or, figure out something to do or, and then I don't know if it gives you an estimated time of arrival, but that would be a cool feature they added on later if they did not have that.
Why is it you have here location sharing keyboard?
Because it is an app.
Okay.
So you have to go download it from the App Store, and the app creates the URL. So it uses your location services, and it runs in the background. The people who you send it to don't have to have it, but yeah, you do. You do have to download that app.
Okay, cool.
All right. So it looks like I'm number 3 too. And I really like this one personally because I'm more into watches. And I like watches, although, once you find a watch, you really just stick with that couple of watches.
Yeah.
But this is 8 past 10. And what it is, it's for watch enthusiasts who, man, your screen is just going crazy over there. That's fine. But it's watch enthusiasts, and it's there's videos on the watches, there's a blog on the watch, and you can comment or share your own watch, and people can say oh, nice watch, or what's going on. So it's just this community of people who love watches, and I was thinking it's really good. So if you G-Shock and you're well, which one should I get? You could go there and get reviews. You get live feedback. You could take pictures or see pictures of people actually wearing the watch, and you're like, I think this looks really good. This will work well with this. And what's also cool is they have everything from, I gave an example of G-Shock, but they have everything from G-Shock Nixon to your fancier models like a Rolex and anything Swiss made. So there's hundreds and hundreds of watches that are on there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the video part of it too. Like,
put the link down there.
I will do that. Yeah, 8past10 is the name of the website. So throw that in there. All right. Looks like I have number 4 too.
And number 5 too.
And number 5, awesome.
That's okay. I'm in a row on the next ones.
Okay, cool. Well, this is probably the one I would urge everyone to buy and get and use and everything. You don't have to buy the software because it's just a website, but it is called, where does it go? pianu.com, and it is teaching you how to play. Let me just close that real quick. Teaching you how to play the piano on your browser. So you can use your keyboard, you can use your mouse, or you can connect a keyboard via USB, and it will teach you like everything from the Star Wars theme song to Chopsticks to Mary Had a Little Lamb, and it does it by muscle memory and showing you like, hey, this is where it is. And so you can actually play those songs. I was playing around with it and got kind of sidetracked with playing with it so much, but now I want to play the piano. And they give you links to actually purchase keyboards online. Like there's a rollout keyboard that you could get for your desk if you don't want to have a keyboard that takes up a bunch of room. It's like $39 on Amazon, plugs USB straight into your computer, and then you just play.
Yeah, I know you were talking about it earlier, and I was like, okay, I need to check this out, and it's really cool. It's really, really cool. Kind of hard because the keyboard, when you use your keyboard for it, it mixes numbers and letters and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to move your fingers about if you're not used to doing that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think if you buy that little rollout keyboard, it would be so cool.
Yeah. And I was just saying like, hey, it'd be pretty cool to learn to play piano. So now I have no excuse not to.
Right.
Or at least learn the songs. And now I don't know if you can upload your own songs or if you have songs you're like, ooh, I really want to learn that song. You can put that on there. So if they don't have that and the people from PNU end up watching this or the YouTube video, you should make it to where we can upload our own stuff.
Or maybe like a recommendation thing.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, and this is number 5. Awesome, I get to go to number 5 again. Glance Clock. So this is pretty sweet, especially for like the tech enthusiasts or people who just love all the cool smart technology with like Nest and smart systems like Echo. Glance Clock, it syncs to an app on your phone and it works with multiple apps. So it's a third-party app that integrates with like your foot pedometer or like your Fitbit app, and it integrates with your calendar, integrates with where you're at with your lifestyle. I know that iPhone at least came out with like fitness app and everything, so it'd sync with that. And what it does is like at 3:00 it would say like, oh, you've taken this many steps, and it would like filter like an LED light. It would filter and say like, you've taken this many steps, and then like in the middle of the clock, as the hands are pointing at different times, the middle of the clock would say like work or home or party or whatever else is going on during that time frame. And it updates as your app updates and as you actually make that stuff happen. So it's real life data. And a lot of people said that, I already have that stuff on my phone, but this is like constantly on. It tells you the time. It's sitting in your office. And I thought it was pretty cool.
Is it pretty big?
It looks like a normal size clock. I mean, I can't really give a scale of what it is, but it's a smaller
So it's something you would have
decent size clock.
in your desk, in your office.
No, it's a wall clock.
Oh, wall clock. Okay.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a wall clock. And so the question is like, hey, how long does it say charge? Well, on one charge, it will last 9 months. So that's pretty good. And it can charge in about 2 to 3 hours from what I saw. Now, this is pre-launch, so that website is to go and check them out. You can reserve your spot before they go on Kickstarter. They're launching their Kickstarter in the next couple of weeks, so that'd be pretty cool.
Nice.
And the retail price is like $129 or so not horrible.
I like it. Did you post it? Yeah. Okay. All right. So finally, it's my turn. Aaron's been hogging up all the attention. Just kidding. So number 6, it's kind of funny because Aaron and I were filling out applications for an apartment, and it was asking. I'm horrible with memory and like events and stuff and years, so it was asking about where were you living, like before this location. Give us the time frame for where were you at before. And I couldn't remember. I had to like write out, the years and like, okay, this year I moved, and then this year I was going to college, and then this year, so I was like, okay, I need to find something where I'm a very visual person. So I need to find something where I can see a timeline and I can just write stuff in there, and that will make it so much easier for me to remember things like that. So I found this website. It's called historyproject.com. I will be using this. I haven't really played with it yet or made an account yet. But basically, you can create a visual timeline, a horizontal visual timeline. It goes by years, and you can add, basically events in your life. They also, you have the ability to include pictures and videos and stuff like that. They do have like a free version of it. And they also, I think the way that they make the money is for people who are maybe trying to go way, way back. I'm not interested in going way, way back to my early childhood and stuff like that. I might do it someday. But what they do offer is a digitization, I don't know if I'm butchering that word, of images and videos. So if you have any videos on VHS, or like, I know my dad has a lot of pictures, like undeveloped pictures, basically. So they do that for you. Right. So they do that for you for a fee. I don't remember. There was like a $200 one, $200 package, and they do like 300 images and like some videos, and like they help you create it and all that stuff. And there's also a $995 package, and they basically do everything for you. So they organize everything. They organize the pictures. They make the events. They basically take care of everything. I thought it was pretty cool, and I thought I shared it today. I mean, what I'm interested in is the visual of like where I'm at each year, because I feel like I've been moving every 2 years, so it's hard to keep track of, what I was doing in 2013. So,
right.
Okay. So let's see. Moving on to number 7. This is part of the CES 2016 that's going on in Vegas right now, and I just thought it was really cool because they came out with something like this a few years back, but I haven't really seen it anywhere. So this one's a Samsung Family Hub fridge. It has a 21.5 touchscreen in the door, so you can touch it. You can.
Oh wow!
It has the grocery list. You can have calendars, images, videos, everything. I think the cool part about it is that you can buy groceries from your door right there, and it gives you prices, and like I think they partner with MasterCard to make payments easier, and it's really, really cool. Another cool part was the calendar view, so you can have up a calendar and everything. It's not always going to be that grocery list in there, and also there will be a phone app, so other members of the family, they can pick and choose what they want to add to the grocery list. If you're out and about and you remember like, oh, I forgot I needed to add some milk, just go to the app, add some milk, and it goes directly to your fridge. I think that's really, really cool. These fridges, I don't know how much they're going to be, but they're coming out in May. And again, that was part of the CES 2016 that's going on in Vegas. They have a whole bunch of cool stuff. And if you haven't checked it out, you should probably just Google, some of the best tech items of CES. They have a lot of cool stuff.
Right. Dang. I just on a price point guess, I would say it's going to be 6,000 plus, just because some of the stuff that they have out now has that. But this is going to be like you said, it's going to handle merchant accounts. It's going to, huge display. That's going to be pretty expensive. So, but I don't know. Maybe like the only fridge you have. Fridges last for a long time, so it may be a good investment. Like, hey, this is the first fridge and the only fridge I'm going to have for the next 30 or 40 years. But I love the fact because we go to the grocery store a lot, and then we end up, not figuring out, that we needed everything. But if everybody puts that stuff on the list, it's in an app, and it says like, oh, here we go, then all the stuff's on there, which is cool. And I like the calendar thing too. Did you ever see if we could put the calendar like a meal planning type thing on the calendar where it says like, hey, today we're going to have spaghetti. Tomorrow is, chopsticks not chopsticks, Chinese.
You were saying chopsticks because of the piano app.
Right.
Still in your head. But yeah, that would be really cool. And I was thinking also of, how Walmart has the you buy online and you can go just pick it up at the store now. That would be a really, cool feature too, to have, or even have it delivered to your house. I know that's possible right now too.
Right. They're trying to compete with Amazon on that button thing, or what's it called? Tab, maybe, where you push that button, you can get Tide delivered to your house directly.
Certain products delivered to your house. Yeah, once you run out.
All right. I think you're on to number 8.
Okay. Again, I'm in my car, so if my hands get kind of shaky, I'm sorry. I'm holding my phone while looking at my computer. All right. So number 8 is going to be called partnersinGrind.com. I thought it was really, really cool.
Okay.
I know Aaron and I, we talked about setting goals for this year and keeping each other accountable. And Aaron's a great friend, so I know we will keep each other accountable on all these goals. But if you don't have a friend like Aaron, you can go to partnersinGrind.com. It's a matchmaking tool for accountability partners to promote proper habits. So if you have a goal set in mind, cool. Like working out or like eating healthy, meditating, reading, any goals that you wanted to set out for 2016, you go to this website and you find like-minded people who are striving for the same goals as you are, and you connect with them and you keep each other accountable. I think it's super cool.
Is it free?
Yes, it is free. And as an added bonus,
oh sweet,
yeah, they also send you like a mini present to your inbox, is what I call it, with tips, inspirational clips, and all that stuff regarding to your specific habits, the habits that you want to get good at.
Man, I'm going to share that on my personal Facebook today. There's so many people that are like would probably need that.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is helpful. So, is this their first? So you put it as hashtag landing page. Is that just a landing page from that company?
That's just how it came out. You might want to get just rid of that on the URL.
Okay. I put it down there, but I'll change that through there. I didn't know if it was. It probably is. They're just probably like wanting people to use that. I didn't know if this was their first product or whether this is like the only thing that they've brought to market. But I'm wondering if they've done other stuff similar to this, because that's pretty cool. I could definitely see this spawning off into like a group or a something where everybody else keeps each other accountable. I know there's that one where they have to pay. You don't know who the person is, but you have to pay if you don't reach your goal.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that.
So
yeah. I think it was something like depending on if you don't do something for each day, you have to donate to some group, but as a group that you don't agree with,
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
so it really makes you want to, do it, because otherwise you will be donating money to a group that the values or whatever, you don't agree with them. So, I mean, if you're against guns and, the thing is, like, you donate $10 every time you don't work out to NRA or something like that,
Dang, yeah, that is cool because I would definitely be on that because you know you are. I'm not trying to get into debate, so I won't say what it was, but like, dang, yeah, that's complete motivation.
Right.
I like that. That's cool.
Okay.
Uh, number
Yeah.
9.
Okay. So number 9 is called commonlocals.com. Common Locals, and this is funny because I've talked about with my roommate about something like this, where people plan trips, and usually a lot of the time when they plan trips, and I know my parents do this, we usually go to the tourist places, where all the tourists go, and it's just like touristy stuff going on. So Common Local basically hooks you up with local people wherever you want to travel, and they help you plan your trip. So they help you basically make it a better experience. This way, travelers, they can ensure that you're getting a really customized and authentic trip, without spending a lot of hours on trying to do research or any of that stuff, which is really, really cool. And again, I know I've talked about this to my roommate, and I will share this with him, because that's one of the things when you travel. And I know Aaron came with me to Puerto Rico, and I know we did a whole bunch of stuff that he would have never done. He would have
No way.
went with by himself, or even with a friend.
I would have stuck in San Juan. We would have never left San Juan and be like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Go only to the capital city, and that's it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a great way to meet with local people. If you have similar interests, work together and plan your trip. And I think I will probably be using this in the future.
Right. I mean, especially like Europe or something, if you don't want to go. I know you went on a trip with like EF College Break,
right?
They charge you an arm and a leg to do it.
Yeah.
Now, if you bought your own airfare and you knew a local who was going to take you around, you'll get better. You get that firsthand experience without having to actually pay for it,
right?
Or that price. What was the price point? Did you was that on there?
I did not see it, man.
Okay, we'll have to jump on that. And number 10, actually I have a number 11 too, but let me post the link down here. It is Founder Mantras. So it's very simple. It's a website for founders by founders, and you could submit your own, others submit their own. And what I'm talking about is like quotes and mantras. So we're all on the same kind of grind, and sometimes it can get a little overwhelming, or I don't know exactly the right word, but you need some motivation, and specific motivation is really cool. So with this, it gives you I was trying to think of the quote that they give on here, but it just gives you quotes and motivation that are specific to a founder. Like no other person's going to have this kind of struggle of trying to figure out when to launch their product, and they have a deadline, plus they have to meet with a client and hire a new person all in the same week. And it's like, hey, don't worry, it's going to work out, blah, 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 blah. And it's just specific to founders. It's an easy website, and it just has a motivation every day. So I think it's like 1 or 2 things every day. It's very simple, but you can go there and just kind of grab the information and just kind of keep yourself accountable, or up tempo, I guess.
Right, motivated.
Right, which I think is pretty cool. And then the last one I was going to share was a drone. It was called the Parrot Drone, and they released it at CES, and I also saw it on Product Hunt. So it looks pretty cool, but it's kind of vague on what all it does. But it looks like a bomber, basically, which just sounds bad, especially people who are doing like drones. But let me try to pull the link here. I do not believe it's actually out. I think it's just a beta phase, or they have it and they're testing it, but it's prototype maybe. For some reason, I did not get the link. I'll post the link down there after this. But anyway, what it is it's a drone. It's self-powered, and it's more built like a B-52 stealth bomber instead of like your typical like aerial drone with like the four arms like the Phantom or I can't think of another one but they're all typical where they have like a middle body and then the four arms. This one looks more like a spaceship, like an actual stealth bomber. So I think it's kind of cool. Just don't know the price point or anything yet. So. All right, I think that wraps up all of our tech for this week. But again, my name is Aaron. We will. Thanks for sharing that, Daniel. We'll stick around. We always stick around for a couple minutes if anybody has any questions. But everything will be posted on YouTube. Let me get that YouTube link down here real quick. So if you want all this information or you want the new tech products and services that we do for the week or any of our show notes, you can grab those from our YouTube page. And
Aaron's going to post it down there.
Yeah. Let me get that real quick. My internet's going ridiculously slow for some reason. I'll just stop recording. All right. Let me stop recording, then I'll post it down here. But again, my name is Aaron.
I'm Christian.
And this was episode 19 of Brain 10, where we do 10 plus brainstorming activities 2 to 3 times per week, and we usually blab or do live video about it. Then you can check it out on YouTube and copy our links or our show notes for it and use it to whatever advantage you may have. All right. Thanks, guys.